apples. We'll see about them apples now, won't we? Well, this is a nice balanced out province. What are imperial circles? Imperial circles are administrative circles in the HRE. They're not circles, more as in they're like circles, you know? So you had, I think, 7 circles? This is why we need the book. There's like one down here called the Swabian Circle, and then there's one down here, and then there's one up here, and up there, and there, and there, and there's one in Burgundy, but this one got dissolved. That one got dissolved. And then there was talk about reinstating it. And if it would be reinstated, it could fall under the protection of the Emperor. And if all of the electors would agree with it, then they could do something and declare, it's called declaring an imperial war, and all of the circles would be called upon to aid the Empire in fighting the Empire's aggressor, which is super cool and amazing, and then you can remove the aggressive expansion increase in the HRE, which is going to make it a heck of a lot more fun to play in the HRE and around the HRE, but it's also going to make it a lot harder to actually, you know, take something from the HRE, because if some big threat arises, then, and they've taken lots of unlawful territory, then all of the circles will get a bonus to actually joining that and declaring that imperial war, and then they're all gonna join and you're gonna get wrecked unless you beat every single one of them. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be so awesome, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then it can happen via event, either by 1555, or it can happen earlier than that if the Emperor is a really cool fellow and he gets like one of these, he gets like one of these things, and then, you know, get like the third one or something, and then it says in-state imperial circles. Yeah. And then the circles get into power, and the way it would work is like some of the mostly the southern circles, they really work together really well because they were all really small, so it was in their interest to like set up some sort of collective defensive mechanism. But like the big states in the north and in the east, like Bohemia and Brandenburg, they're like, screw your collectiveness. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I just want to blob, you know. It's like, I just want to blob. Screw this. So, but the ones in the south, like these really small ones, they're like, yeah, let's work together. Let's do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, yeah. And I first read about this in an article I had to read for. I think the course was called Europe, but it was mostly about Germany. Because like they used Germany as it was a really weird course, but it was mostly about Germany. And hold on, let's check if this gives a coalition. It does not, because I've got so many badass modifiers now. So let's piece that out, and we'll talk. We'll do the talk during peacetime. So let's get rid of this fort. 2 weeks after that is in the game, you'll find a way to kill the HRE's Albania. Yeah, maybe. Is this actual plant mechanics? No, this is just something I want in the game. And I'll tell you about it. I'll like whilst I'm reading the book, I'll give you like updates on how that's going. But yeah, let's keep doing the talkie talks because I wanted to do the talkie talks. Right, it was a book about like a lot of historians are like, oh, this HRE, it's a complete mess. It's decentralized as fuck. These people didn't do anything together. You can't call this a state. You can't call this anything. This is just a mess. It's just a mess. This is not a state. This is not a thing. This HRE doesn't do anything. It's not a German state. It's disgusting. And he was like, well, if you look at the imperial circles, they actually work together quite a bit more than you could think, and it was institutionalized. Institutionalized. Which means, like, how decentralized is it? And then he was like, well, if you look at France, you know, people say that France was a state, you know? But if you look at France, France was quite decentralized as well, so, like, what's the fucking difference? And of course, there's a difference. I mean, of course, HRE is more decentralized than France, but, I mean, they had stuff like this. And right now, they barely ever work together. They do, because they're all allied to each other, and because the Emperor has allies, and because, you know, that. But not with the circles, and that's why I want the circles. No big paradox, they will implement lots of events that trigger internal wars to kill the circles. Yeah, maybe. But, you know, when Louis XIV was invading the southern Netherlands, he also invaded, what's this called? Besançon, which was an imperial free city, and so he pissed off the HRE, but the HRE couldn't declare an imperial war because Francipans was allied with Cologne. Cologne, right? Francipans is friends with Cologne. So Cologne could be like, no, I don't want this imperial war. Fuck off. I won't agree to this. This is nonsense. So the imperial war didn't happen. But when the imperial army, and with the imperial army I mean the Habsburg army, laid siege to Cologne, Francipans' generals were like, Louis, this is going south really fast. He's gonna declare an imperial war. It's all gonna go. So you have to peace out now, because we can't fight all of these people, right? So then he peaced out. Much to his dismay, because he'd already had all of this occupied. And that is something that's not in the game. And that should be in the game, because it's so much fun. But it's going to be very difficult to make that balanced, because the way it should work, it would be way OP. Or if you take like the way it works in practice, which is all the electors have to agree to that before it happens, then it's going to be way too weak. So we need to bend historical realism there to make it a fun game mechanic that actually happens sometimes, and that when it does, it's not as destructive. So I thought about maybe we could do it like the circles get like an event, and then they either join or not join the Imperial Army, and joining the Imperial Army means renting out Condottieri. Because otherwise, if they all join that big war, then you could, there's so many exploits. If they all just join the war, literally, there's A, way too many exploits, and B, all of them would be weak, because somebody else could dow that, and that could be problematic. But if they just rent out Condottieri, or they could say no, and then they would take a prestige hit, a legitimacy hit, depending on whether or not more members of their circle join. And if they're in their own little war, then of course they won't get any of those hits, because they're obviously busy. I mean, they can't help the Empire, so, you know, it's like little wingies, the dingies like that. So, core my country? Yeah, I should probably core my country. I'm sorry, I got really excited. Flurry, the major problem with HRE now is it's too easy for the player if he wants to become the Emperor and pass reforms, because the AI won't. Well, define too easy. I mean, if you get religious war, that's gonna be nasty. But that mechanics would only work until Protestantism spawns. No. No, yeah, these people would hate each other for sure, but it would still work. Because, like, not every circle has to join, right? So it could be, like, all of the southern circles join, and the northern circles don't. You could also make it based on imperial authority. Like, doing something like that would cost imperial authority. Or you could say it gives you imperial authority, because it's a sign of working together, and working together means you might be able to pass a reform or two. I don't know. I have to think about it. But first I need to know more about it before I can do that. It's not rants about history. It's not a rant. It's not me ranting. It's me being really happy. This sounds way too complex for Paradox. You'd have to find modders to add it. Yeah, but I'm also not that great at explaining it on the fly. I'd have to set it up first, you know. Write it out. And it doesn't have to be complex. You could make it easy. It doesn't even need to be that complex. What's the earliest you could get Vassal Swarm in the newest update? Like as Austria and getting an early Burgundian inheritance? I don't know. Somebody on Reddit did it today at 1537. Which is well before the League Wars fire. But you could do it as early as 1445 if you really wanted to. There is... Ooh, really? Oh, and then they get claims on everything that he owns? Sweet. Sure. But yeah, when's my truce with the Mamluks over? 1503. Okay. Okay. It's 4 years from now. Do I want to disband my mercs? I think I do. Set it up on a business meeting, Flurry. I could fly over there, feel like, hey, I wanna present this. I wanna present this. And you could easily make a DLC about that because it's so big and amazing. Oh my god, I'd love that so much. I'd love that so much. I'd pay good gold for that. Especially the whole... Because the HRE right now is not fun. You get the same feeling if you expand into it because of the increased aggressive expansion. But it's not fun. It's not fun. Needs to be more fun. When am I going to convert? Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I don't know. I really wanted a Catholic province on this side first. Which, the closest one would be Albania. Oh, that's definitely Venetian. Closest one would be... Hum. So I don't know how we're going to do that yet. But I definitely want one on this side, because crossing this with all these boats, they're going to block off the strait. And then my guys can't cross. Counterintuitively, they could name the DLC after one of Voltaire's works. Yeah, or they could name it something. They could name it like the book. They could name it like the book of the book that the book that I'm reading. They could name it after that. All these people declaring war in Byzantium. But I still get my claims on that, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Also, I really shouldn't be paying for this flight. So expensive. Hey, what? I lost the mission. That's kind of lame. In that case, I'm gonna get the mission to conquer the Levant. Because they're no longer a valid rival target, is that why? Yeah, I definitely lost my claims. Can you stop being guaranteed by Poland for a quick second? It's really sad. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop embargoing him. Ugh. You want access, but I mean, you declared Reconquest, didn't you? So, well, sure, you can have access, but I don't really see the point. I mean, it's fine, it's whatever, but... Hey, so Venice rivaled me, and I'm allied with Hungary. They have a lot of money too. Yeah, they have a lot of money. Oof. They've got a fuck ton of money. Thing is, we won't get jack shit of that off of that if we call in Hungary, unless we wait for them to peace out. The most important thing they need to do is to make the AI less. The AI is super smart, dude. I hate it when people say that. I mean, yeah, the AI is stupid, but the AI comparatively is really clever. I mean, I can't think of a game where the AI is smarter than an EU4. I mean, you can keep improving on something like that, but it's freaking ace, man. It is ace. It is good. It's not like Skynet, but it may as well be. Why is France here? I don't know why France is here. So France used to be in a war with someone. Oh. Gotta keep pissing off them dimmy, man. Gotta keep pissing off them dimmies. Yeah, first thing we need to do is like kind of secure my borders, and I need to fight the Mamluks for that. Have you seen how you're campaigning against Aachen, how the Mamlukian AI was helping? I know they were helping, but yeah. I mean, they weren't that bad. Like, they really are quite good. Ah, can't wait till we get this out of the way. Rule their dimmies. Aye. Rule their dimmies all day. These Byzantine separatists are going to march into Bulgaria, so he can go take care of those. I'm not going to. Well, it depends. If he sieges down my capital and all that nonsense, I might change my mind. Guaranteeing the independence of Byzantium. Wow. I want to take Silistria now. Also, shouldn't he move his capital to somewhere else? Because he got back his former capital. Or is his former capital in... No, it's in Sofia, right? He might not have a former capital because he got sprung into exit. No, I thought he would move his capital. But apparently he decided no on that one. What kind of ideas do you have? Oh, defensive ideas. Wait, Bulgaria has core creation cost reduction? That's pretty good. That's not bad. That could be a heck of a lot worse. Might I release Bulgaria? I had to screw up my entire country. I can show you this. Oh, never mind. I can't press any buttons whilst doing that. I had to screw up my entire country in order to get to tribal government. And then we had to go take it back. So that is where we're at today, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's too much for Bulgaria to beat. I'm going to need to interfere here. That's going to take way too long. I really want to get rid of the inflation too. Probably should have done that before building all of the units. Yeah, no, let's get rid of it now because I'm kind of sick of those negative events. Oh, hold on. Are you allied with Austria? No. Did you rival Austria? I didn't do that either, but at least we could rival him. We could also rival Venice. That'd be a much more clever idea. He doesn't have a lot of allies. That could be a good war, you know. That could be a good war. We could fight that. Pay back our loans. Make some money. I can think of worse things. I can think of a lot of worse things than paying back loans. How cold is Scandinavia? Oh, it was very cold. It was... Oh, man. And I'm bad with cold. Like, I'm not good with cold. Cold is bad for me. I don't like cold. At all. Like, you know, there's people who can, like, stand cold. I can't stand cold. Like, I am... Like, I'm a freaking leaf. I'm a leaf. So, when I get cold, I get really cold. So, it was pretty fucking cold. Basically. Basically, that's what it comes down to. But, I mean, it's... After a couple of days, you kind of... You get used to it a smidge. So, there is that. And do I want that? I think I do want that. Yeah. But then we're gonna tech up because we've got to imbalance tech. It's not that gold, it's like -7. Yeah, but it's also next to the sea, man. There's like tons of wind and shit. Like the worst day was when we visited one of the islands. We visited the island where Skansen is. Skansen is like an outdoor theme park. We visited there, and it was windy, and it was dark, and it was cold, and it was just awful in every way, but we did get to see a massive ship. And it was amazing. I love that ship. That ship was nice. You should go visit that ship. It's in the Vasa Museum. Also, my truce with the Mamluks is almost over. In May. And they're allied with Najd and Ajuran. So, I want to have troops ready for that, because that's the first thing we're going to do here. Yeah, dowing Venice right now seems a bit pointless to me. Besides, he's converting this land to Catholic as we speak. Florryworry Leaf Boy confirmed. Yeah, and then I smoke a lot, so that's also apparently makes you cold or something. Because, like, your blood, what do you call those things? Those stupid things. The blood things. The blood things don't work properly. So, I get cold fast. But it was a lot of fun, though. Like, Stockholm's a great city to visit. Really is. And Paradox is a great place to visit. If they have an event. I mean, it's probably also a great place to visit if they don't have an event, but I doubt they'll be very happy with you visiting if they don't have an event. Unless you've asked them and they're like, oh yeah, sure, come and visit. But, you know, they might be busy people. I mean, they're pretty sure they're pretty busy people. So you might not want to come over unannounced, but it's a fun place to visit. So, I don't... The English word is a bit... messed, but I mean, my whatever attitude towards enemies -40. Jesus Christ! I looked at allied with the Ottomans and I'm like, what? But of course, I am the Ottomans. Yeah, I don't need more help with this though. Yeah, I don't need more help with that. I might want to wait until my troops all arrive, though. Certainly, yes. Why convert to Catholic and not Coptic? Because Coptics can't become the emperor. So, yeah, no. you know, we kind of have to go Coptic. Catholic. Become emperor, pass some reforms. Fun times. Chickity wickety, slickety dickety. Okay. Let's get this war. Conquest. It's fine. Is that fine? Is that really fine? Is this fine? Am I alright with this? Am I really? Because, like, why would I want to fight this war anyway? Oh, because if I don't fight it, he's going to be a massive cunt about things. Yeah, he's so gonna stab me in the back if I... Oh, what? Well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna fight Byzantium anyway. And then we won't set Bulgaria as a co-belligerent, but what we will take is Silistria, so that Poland stops guaranteeing him. And then we'll know his treaties with Austria as well. We have to doubt Byzantium for that. And then after that we can fight Venice, but more to the point, I do think I want to declare this, because if I don't, it's going to be so awful. And then I'd also want to fight QQ for his European provinces. Alright, we're gonna die the Mamluks here. Yeah. No, I won't get a Sunni coalition from this. Because we're Sunnis ourselves. And not just that, it's, we've got influence ideas now. Tons of prestige, it's Fugazi. But I'm gonna call it off here, cause I gotta wake up really early tomorrow. I gotta wake up at 6:30. Ah. I always have to wake up at 6:30 on a Wednesday. So on Wednesday I have to wake up at 6:30. I don't like waking up early, but at least I can do it if I go to bed in a slightly, acceptable time. I can wake up at 6:30 when I go to bed at like 3:30. I could wake up at 6:30 when I go to bed at 4:30. I could wake up at 6:30 when I go to bed at 5:30. Thing is, I'm gonna be very unproductive the day after that, and I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Yes. Usually I don't stream on Wednesday, but tomorrow we are going to be streaming on Wednesday at 1900 hours Central European Time, also known as 1900 hours GMT +1 if you're living in America land. And if you want to see this giant ball of green die a fiery death, then I suggest you join me tomorrow at 1900 hours Central European Time. We're going to go Catholic. We're going to add some provinces to the HRE after securing our emperorship. And what else are we going to do? Right, after that we're going to enact Ewige Landfriede, Erbkaisertum. And we'll, after that, switch into Catholicism. Fun times. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching this on Twitch, once again, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1900 hours Central European Time. I have to say that a couple times. Also, Americans don't know GMT, sir. Everybody knows fucking GMT. It's the Greenwich Mean Time. It's this. Of course they know what GMT is. It's the most standard thing. People in Europe say CET and other things. This. That's this. It's the Greenwich line. Man, of course they know what GMT is. Don't give me that. But anyway, see you guys. Then, also, check out my YouTube channel. There's a link down below. All of my playthroughs will be uploaded there. Eventually. Not all of them. The best ones. The very best ones. So if you want to cherry pick through my best shit, head on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And now, it's time for this. Having some technical difficulties.
Bye, goodbye. Bye, goodbye. I can clap my hands. I can stamp my feet. I can clap my hands. I can stamp my feet. Bye, goodbye.